Well, it's morning. There's all in there. Starting to pack up the tent. This is our normal morning routine. I go and make breakfast, take the food down, make breakfast, light a fire if it's cold, but it's not too bad today.
Oh, and it's 5 o'clock.
Yes. The sun's already coming up. We've had some noisy loons and some noisy birds today. A pink morning, but we also had a pink night, so who knows? So today we've got strawberry pancakes, well, dehydrated strawberries that I put in the pancakes. A little bit of dehydrated bacon to add to that. Still got a full jar of maple syrup down there. I'm making coffee, and I know there's easier ways to make coffee when you're canoe tripping, but I had a bit of a bad experience one time with instant coffee, and realized that instant coffee doesn't seem to have the same amount of caffeine in it as that's not my beer can in the fire there either. That was with compliments of somebody who was here before us. But yeah, it doesn't have the same caffeine. And on my first trip to Quetico with my son Brian, I realized that after a couple of days I was getting crankier than I normally am, and he paid the price for that. So after that I thought, no, I gotta bring regular coffee. So started bringing this. It's a little bit more work, but it's really nice to have some nice regular coffee in the morning. There's Elle packing up.
It's a better view of the fog. And it looks like that point up in that bay may be the mouth of the river, and it's where the portage should be. It's beautiful though. And we're heading into Lake. Yeah. And there's the portage. Wow. Should be good. So, we did the 1280, I think it is. And it took us 45 minutes, and I even landed in the water.
Up to your knee.
Up to my knee, but it soaked me completely. It was lovely. Brent wanted to take pictures, but I wouldn't let him. Anyway, we got through here. Mostly this portage, you can see the trails, and that's where we're finding.
Nice trails.
The trails are really, really nice in here. It's just finding them, and there's overgrowth on the top.
It's overgrown pretty good, and a lot of swamp at various spots, but otherwise it's good.
Yeah, but it was great.
And it sounded like there was something
eating.
Going,
yeah.
There was something. It sounded like something crunching or eating something, which was we just moved on.
Yes, we just let them do the circle of life.
There's a set of bear tracks on this trail. Lots of moose tracks.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see for the first time on the trips.
Mm-hmm. And there we are. This is
Beautiful
Lynx Lake.
Nice sandy.
Beautiful lilies. Yep. A lot of alder bushes along the edge of the lake. Portage is pretty apparent. This is for the 440. The 660. I keep pushing. It's a 440, but it's actually a 660. The next one is a 440, and then we have a 200, and I think a 750. So today's mostly about portaging. So I don't know. I don't know where it goes. Portage is something else. It's not for the faint of heart. Oh wow. And Brent had a bit of an accident, and his bear spray went on, and it was crazy. Really, really stinks. So we cleaned a bit of it up, and hopefully he'll be able to carry. It's on the food barrel. Oops, on the food barrel, so hopefully he can carry that. And what you're looking at here, this is one of the big stumps left over from the logging in here, and that was a 660, and it was pretty tough, but it took us longer than usual. It took us an hour, but then we had a couple of mishaps and the blowdowns. So, and yes, the bear spray. I already mentioned the bear spray. And but we made it through, and here's the end of the portage. So it's nice that we're all done. Oh, yeah. Oh well. Oh hey. Yeah, but we got out, so that's good. Yeah. No. And it's about 10:15. Yeah. You can go through there. Yeah. What are those plants? Oh, look at them. Some sort of lily. So we had to go around this way to the left. It's somewhat shallow, but it beats walking through the marsh. And the portage should be up in here somewhere. Hopefully it's a better one than the one. We have some wind. Took us, about 40 minutes to do that portage, even though it was pretty overgrown. Brent's got a few wounds.
You got a bug on your head?
Yeah,
Oh.
You got one right here on your eye. Yeah. And it was a nasty portage. We had to stop a couple of times to find our way because we got lost on it. But still 45 minutes or 40 minutes for a 440 that is not used very often is pretty good. Couldn't find the portage, so we took a chance and came over the beaver stand. Down the river and all the way down, and we couldn't find the portage, so yep, we crossed the beaver dam. We lifted and carried. This is the portage between my aunt's lake and Sirdevan, and we blazed part of the trail because we figured it was safer for us to blaze some of the trail first, and then we went and picked up our packs, and then Brent came back and had to drop our packs and nothing, I'm just talking. We had to blaze some more. Areas. Because it's really deep. It's like, I don't know, maybe 2.5 feet. Yep, about 2.5 feet deep. And you don't want to go in there because you could end up twisting an ankle or slipping in, like I just did there. These rocks are slippery. This is pretty deep still. So you gotta go up the side. It's like all bog or mud. Whoa. Where do I go? Oh. finishing this portage. Quite the thing. Can't say enough about it. But from start to finish, it was quite a challenge. And here you go. We are at Sirdevan. Our goal for today. I'm not even sure what time it is. We are beat. It's 20 to 3. That was quite the challenge. Pretty late though. So, this is Sirdevan, and we are staying here tonight. We are just heading over to the Big Island because it's closer to our portage tomorrow. So I think the winds are like 11 and the gusts are like 31. So we're lucky that we have our canoe loaded down, so it keeps her from going all over the place.
Today was, we're on Sirdevan Lake, right? Sirdevan.
Yeah.
And there's that fish.
Oh, cool.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, a great big bullfrog down here. It looks like the size of a turtle head. And keep trying to get him on video. But very cool lake. Like there's one little cabin here that looks like it hasn't been used in a while. There's only one campsite on this lake, and this hasn't been used maybe all summer.
No.
And like it'd be nice to have some time to spend here because it's a gorgeous little lake. But we got to make it into Lady Evelyn tomorrow for our permit.
Yeah.
So we gotta go tomorrow, and we got a hell of a portage tomorrow. We didn't realize we were doing this portage called the Tundra Trail, or the Tundra Portage, so I'm not looking forward to it. Probably gonna have nightmares.
What is it?
Well, it's like 1,200 meters or something. It's just swamp, and we did a little section of it today of some swamp that was probably about 200 meters, and well, God.
I went right into my knees, past
Oh,
my
yeah.
knees. Oh my God, it was so cold.
It was brutal. It was, and it was just at that time of the day where the temperature went up to about 30 degrees, and flies came out, and it was pretty bad. So anyway, I think, did you take some video of that?
Yeah.
I think she took some shots.
Yeah, I took. Actually, there's a shot of when I'm falling with the camera right into them.
Nice action shot. So,
Well, you can't see me. You could just see that the camera's got the camera here, and I fell right in it.
so we're set up. Our GPS says it's supposed to rain tonight, so we moved our phone because it's supposed to rain, but so far so good. And the other portages before that we had 4 we did today. 5. And the first one was the one we thought was the worst, and that was out of Aston Lake. And we'd seen some YouTube videos of it that looked bad, so we thought, oh man, but that was actually not too bad. And the other ones were, because I don't think there might be 1 or 2 people who made this route from what we're seeing. So it's the last couple portages we actually blazed them a bit and cleaned them up. And took the time to cut some trees and put up some ribbons and stuff. So not that that's going to make them a whole lot easier because they're just brutal, but
they are brutal portages, that's for sure.
But we're all covered in cuts and bruises, and we're in pretty rough shape, so we're probably going to pack it in Italy tonight. And
anything else exciting that we saw? Yeah, we did.
not really. It was just slugging it through the lakes today.
Yeah, and then when we got here, we saw a beautiful, beautiful eagle.
Yeah, there was an eagle.
Yeah, there was a bald eagle on this campsite. It's just really, really nice to see them.
This lake is just
Was that a turtle earlier? Or
Yeah,
was
there was a
that,
big snapping thing.
and there was a big snapping turtle Brent saw, but I didn't see it.
On the portages today, it's the first time that we started seeing moose. I think we probably saw wolf tracks, bear tracks at one point,
And Brent heard
no,
something.
we already said.
Oh yeah, eating stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Did you? I never did. I was walking around with the.
yeah, I guess we can show the campsite quickly. It's a little island, which generally we stay away from because they're beat down, but this thing's, there's the little cabin across the lake over there. I kind of checked that out with binoculars, and there's like, it doesn't look like anyone's been there for a while.
And there's a bog over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's, we got set up there. And then we came out from over there today, over on that side, and then went down the lake looking for the campsite closer to the portage, and it didn't exist. So we floated, let the waves and the wind blow us back to this one. It was really, really windy and wavy today when we got here, which is preferable to slugging through swamps, so we didn't mind. Okay, so we forgot to talk about something today, and I can say with the utmost certainty that bear spray is not pleasant. I would not want to be a bear that gets a dose of that in the face, so we had one that we found on a portage in Algonquin a couple of years ago, and it was missing the clip. So we just carry it with us, so we've got two, and today, during one of the difficult portages, I threw the barrel down, and I hear this hissing sound, and this thing just lets go on the rocks. And I think I was rushing up to help you with something, right? And then I came back, and it was like, I got a big whiff dose of it in my face, and Elle was right behind me. They're going to get the canoe, and I said, cover your mouth. And I don't think Elle got it too bad.
No,
but
not too
I
bad
got,
at all.
it wasn't terrible, but my eyes were, like eyelids were burning. And
Your face.
oh, my face, yeah, I had it on my hands. It must have been in my hair or something. And then when we got back here, we had a swim, and it's like it washed it out and then onto my face again, and then you lick your lips, your tongue starts to burn. It's brutal stuff. So I had to wash with some soap and get it off, and lesson learned with that. But so yeah, that happened in the middle of the day too. So that like if that doesn't happen tomorrow, think about how much better tomorrow will be already, right? So
Yeah, totally.
so we're just having our Cuban cigar and getting ready for bed. So
Yeah.
that's it.
It was not a pleasant sight, believe me.